I do like the way that Talon is working that top lane though. They've got good wave clear to deal with the Eidolons with KP and the God's Rebuke. Jokam and Mizu can't do much to do about it. I mean, they've got good stuns and Q's starting to drop low, but they can't go in for the full kill. KP is still finding a lot of farm here, Mike. 14-3. Mizu 6-4. Those Eidolons are just a little bit of food right now for KP.
Oh, bot lane, In Your Dream ends up going down. Hyde able to pick up first blood on the Bane, and
they do have Jokam around for that additional disable, so we'll see if they manage to commit. It is 3 heroes down bot now, leaving Enigma alone up top, and might look for that play, but Savage is feeling confident, almost at 6.
They're going to try again with the silence. Avalanche out. Nice nightmare. Savage. No, he's not going to get away. Inkswell is going to land just in the nick of time. Mid animation for Savage. And meanwhile, topside, Q about to drop himself, though. They do find Mizu.
They've got some good wards on NGX, so please watch one ramp entrance, and Mizu used the time where everyone else was in different lanes to build up on the Enigma. A bit of a slower start again, but he is catching up really nicely with all this room, and he does have that black hole ready, along with a keen optic, so a bit easier to land some good range black holes here.
See if they can. I mean, Mizu, he's not going to bother throwing one out yet. They are just trying to protect their towers and drag this game out until you've got the Maelstrom timing up on In Your Dream, and well, naturally then he can start to flash farm a bit faster. But it does seem like Savage is going to get his own Maelstrom timing first. In fact, top lane, they might force a fight. Hyde looking for a nightmare, or Fiend's Grip won't get one off yet. Boomboy, though, is going to get spotted, and they do eventually just throw the chrono out. Savage, he just wants any kill he can get. The Black Hole is committed. Mizu from the high ground into the Aether Remnant is going to land. Savage is going to drop it now. Well, they'll get a Fiend's Grip off. But Mizu, I mean, you'd probably just call that worth. If you are the Enigmas now, Alacrity is going to go in for a bit more. Hyde, nice nightmare dodges. Q is going to try and protect and does do so. Is it worth though, John? 2 for 1, but you get the carry void. So it's already half HP here in the mid lane. So Makoto is going to show up and defend, but you've still got Alacrity around the area. He might be able to catch this laner out. Mizu. Oh, it looks like he might just get caught here. Makoto does get stunned up in to simulate Alacrity. Able to get the killer's Hide. Unable to help out.
Yeah, you've got some pretty good early item spikes here. Talon, for their part, have finished up that blink on KP. So they've got the arena to go if you're not careful and kind of overstep here.
Oh, Alacrity. He'll get stunned up. He did not see Makoto on the high ground. He only saw KP. Looking at that mid lane, Makoto, he'd be a massive pickup here on this laner. We're going to try and loop around through the high ground of that dire jungle. Makoto still sitting there, just kind of getting caught out as Jokam with an avalanche toss is going to set up, and Makoto is going to drop as now Hyde is going to try and chase someone. Savage even TPing up himself as they will find Jokam. They might just have to chrono for this. In fact, never mind. They'll Fiend's Grip. Easy way to get the kill. They were within range. Hyde will take the kill himself though on the Bane.
I think for Talon, they have been looking a little bit more responsive rather than active here, Mike. They've just been waiting for NGX to make a move and kind of jump on top of that.
Mizu is going to spot out Hyde. Hyde unable to get the nightmare off though, was just out of range. Coming out of that Shadow Amulet, now Jokam going to toss him right in as Hyde in big trouble. The Dawnbreaker going to help out, but instead Jokam, he's the one to drop now as Mizu is going to get chased up here by Q, but he won't be able to reach to land a Starbreaker onto the Enigma. Instead, they'll try it onto Boomboy. The KP waiting for the arena, might just have to toss it out. Still waiting. Soulbind is going to be there. Mizu going to turn around now with the Malithus, and the Black Hole does come out. In Your Dream going to commit the Omni Slash, and they are just going to melt. They'll lose Q and they'll lose KP. Hyde, he's stuck around to try and help out, but he's going to get caught himself. I'm not sure what they were waiting for there, John.
Savage a bit too far out to get the chrono cancel on the Black Hole. And NGX find themselves some very big juicy kills with In Your Dream showing up as well to soak some of that golden EXP for himself. Talon need to be careful about that.
He does get caught out for a second. Alacrity not going to actually keep chasing as Savage does show up now with the chrono out. They've caught the Void Spirit, so that should be Alacrity dead as they'll even go after the Grimstroke. Boomboy trying to survive as Jokam. He's going to jump in. Avalanche toss, though, is not going to be enough. Savage still alive and still wanting a bit more. Will continue chasing onto Boomboy with this haste rune. In fact, never mind. He decides better of it, but it does seem like NGX are very well aware of it. They're going to hang around the area and smoke up themselves. In that Radiant Triangle is eventually Talon. They do back off. Of course, that smoke was under vision, so they're going to counter smoke now. It's KP going to have his broken. johnxfire may get caught out, but a nice toss up. KP with still a very nice speed back, and now the arena catching out another support on Boomboy, but Mizu going to go from the high ground black hole. He's caught a few, but now the chrono. Savage, he's caught 3 of them, but where's your follow-up damage? It's not there yet. Mizu, he will drop. Fiend's Grip out. They've got In Your Dream. The Jug is gone, as well as Alacrity. He's going to try to fight back, but he can't do it. johnxfire will buy back and come back into the team fight, but he sacrificed his own life. An ultra kill out for Makoto, and a die back onto johnxfire.
Might have been a different story. You still got a good black hole out from Mizu. It was just not enough.
Maybe the answer to my question's here, John. Mizu, he has a refresher orb now on the way. Maybe that's what they've been waiting for.
Yeah, double black hole, it's going to be big. A lot of pressure on Mizu to catch them with the Void out. They catch KP right now.
Oh, Avalanche is going to cancel the TP off. KP trying, but won't be able to get away. Nice setup from Alacrity. Roshan is going to be the main next objective for either side to go for and fight over. If you don't fight successfully in that Roshan pit as NGXC, this game is going to get so much more difficult. They might just be able to go high ground right after. KP, though, going to jump in, finding the Grimstroke already, but Alacrity going to try and help out. Can't do too much, but they do get the Soulbind off in time. Savage going to see johnxfire. We'll try for another. johnxfire gonna get forced laughed away, but a nice toss back into the Aether Remnant as Mizu's having a look around for a black hole. Does commit, but now with the Solar Guardian, he's fine, and Savage is going back in with the Fiend's Grip on the Enigma. Mizu is gonna drop. Savage is chasing johnxfire, but hasn't thrown the chrono yet. They've lost KP, but instead they will go back after Mizu. In fact, johnxfire somehow gets out of there. So it's going to be a 1-for-1. And back. Now it still is going to be a 1-for-1.
Refresh is there if Mizu does want to commit it and just try to get that X factor. But Savage still has chrono. He was very patient in the last fight. Smoke out from NGX. They know they've got to fight over this Roshan.
They certainly do. johnxfire is going to try and make the jump in, but Roshan is dropping low. In fact, they're jumping him right now on this Tiny in big trouble. Alacrity going to jump back in, try to force the fight. They've almost got johnxfire down, but johnxfire, he does get the force staff away, still surviving. As Savage now, he's the one on the chase, looking for a decent chrono. Won't find one yet, but instead will go after Boomboy on the Grimstroke, as Boomboy does get stunned up at Alacrity. Still in the backside, trying to poke and prod at them. And Talon, realizing how far away they've gotten from the Roshan pit, will go right back, but johnxfire back in with a toss onto Q. Starbreaker can give that temporary BKB as Q is still in big trouble, but instead johnxfire is the one being chased down on that Tiny as Mizu gets another black hole off at the chrono. Immediately going to cancel it off as Savage is going to take down Mizu. Onto Alacrity he goes. He wants the Void Spirit, and they've got him. Another kill out for Talon. Savage feeling very confident now as they know they've got the Roshan.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the strength of that combination. We finally see the chrono with the Solar Guardian on top. The follow-up stun held Alacrity long enough that he couldn't Astral step out. And it's just that additional control that makes it so hard for NGX.
KP, that's a perfect setup. They've caught In Your Dream. Just barely. They catch him in the arena. KP with the perfect setup. So go for the Fiend's Grip immediately, seeing that.
Tier 2 still stand on mid and bot. So NGX aren't going to be losing too much here. They're still going to have room to play and try to stall this game out. Talon are starting to look pretty hard to deal with. The Midnight Pulse is a lot of damage, but it's not enough to really shove Savage away yet.
Oh, johnxfire with the jump in. Toss is there, but it's only up as they've caught out the Grimstroke once again, thanks to KP. Does drop a very nice arena down. In fact, Savage, he's not done yet. He does take down johnxfire. Getting real sick of this pulse for Tiny. Savage is still going to be fine. He has the Aegis up anyway. Hyde may not be so lucky though. Does get caught out on the Bane, but they got the top racks down. They're going to be more than happy with that, and John, they walk away with a 19k net worth lead. But they do decide better of it. They might just take down the conservative route, not force the high ground yet. Though KP is baiting right now with his own body, but NGXC there, not going to take the bait yet. In fact, never mind. johnxfire is going to make the jump in with a nice toss back onto KP, but he's got the BKB out, and now with the Solar Guardian, he's more than fine. KP, he's going to double arena down. The black hole immediately out onto Savage. Mizu's not playing around, but Savage is going to land the chrono onto 3 targets. NGXC are just going to melt. Oh, there's no chance. Absolutely zero chance as Mizu. He refreshes, but the chrono. Oh, he's going to die a second time. Die back on Mizu. Alacrity, he's going to be careful not to die back either, but this game is looking so over as they're going to go for the final pickup. Lock him down with a nightmare into the spear out from KB. And that'll be Alacrity dying back. GG to be called, and there it is. Talon, the patience does end up paying off. They end up getting this first game victory. And for NGXC, I think the draft was intended to be a bit faster than that, Jonathan. Fighting against a Void like that and a Bane late with the Enigma, it was never going to work. Do you feel like the draft of Talon have what it takes to address the TB? Like, especially once you hit that mid to late game?
I think they do. It's going to rely a lot on a stronger start on the Razor and trying to lock in. They are going aggressive here, though.
Yeah, nice toss back from KP, but a nice nightmare out from Boomboy. Saving the day again as in your dream. Is going to turn around now and try to fight back, but KP still trying. Problem is Q is going to drop to Boomboy. At least from Talon's end, it does feel like they need to get aggressive much earlier on than last time around. They kind of accepting the fact that the Terrorblade is going to be a bit too much to do with later on, as one Nightmare is going to come out from Boomboy. Onto Q, the Grimstroke in danger, but Inkswell is going to be there. Still, it won't be enough as KP tried to go for the dispose out onto In Your Dream in time, but not quite enough to allow the Inkswell to land. So another kill to go the way of NGXC up at this top lane, and bot lane. Savage gonna be chased down. Spiderlings are up for Mizu. Savage copying a fair bit of damage here as Mizu just gonna keep the chase going. He needs some help right now. Savage has it on the way as Q is gonna show up, and Savage, he might try to turn around. Plasma Field is out. Mizu still trying to get him low though, and does get the spawn Spiderlings. Broodmother eventually able to secure the killers now. It's onto Q, onto the Grimstroke for a second. Mizu, he'll have his way with them. A great double kill there for the Broodmother down at bot lane, and
so there is some good damage coming out, but all you have to do is drag the Spiderlings forward, and you can't really deal with that as Razor. So already, again, a strong start here for NGX. Early game of Talon not shaping up, and that is a worrying sign. You mentioned it, but their lineup does want to go a little bit faster here. They do find In Your Dream.
They do find In Your Dream. Makoto able to take him out solo.
You've got the two supports of NGX camping behind, and Tower's just set to fall.
Hyde, he's going to show up as well on the clock, but doesn't have that level 6 mark yet. We'll have to wait for that 10-minute tomb as Hyde, he's running up the river. I'm not sure about this Hyde. He's got the cogs up, but Boomboy going to go for the Nightmare out. Hyde is going to be able to run his way out. But he's not going to be able to set up for the 10-minute power room timing now as Q in danger again. Mizu, he's going to show up with the Spiderlings, but Savage does clear them out as now Chokam has gone a bit too far on the Doom and may end up paying for it. Savage able to take the kill, and here comes KP with the rebound and the dispos trying to fight back, but he doesn't have the ultimate. It's going to be a hard team fight to take for KP. Still Makoto now going to show up with the Dream Coil available, going to try and chase down Alacrity. He does find the Dragon Knight, and that's going to be a double kill to go the way of Savage. Just getting all this vision, blocking camps in the Radiant Jungle. It's being very, very annoying, but top lane, Talon looking to jump in again. Are going to spot out Joe Camp, but is that really the target they want? Not that easy to get. In the meantime, Hyde we get caught out on the clockworks. So it seems like NGXC are going to pick themselves up a free kill as Boomboy not going to hesitate. But in the meantime, Mizu ends up dropping mid lane, and Savage working towards the Lincoln Sphere into the Refresher Orb, of course. Very standard build up here for the Razor. And NGXC and doing a great job of delaying the game, as now with the big smoke out, they might have Savage. Joe Cam, no, it does not get the stun off. Savage gets the BKB in time, and now the turnaround. Alacrity gonna pop his own BKB and try to go for a run. Has a TP available if he does want to commit it, but he's not doing so yet. Hyde will hook shot in. Alacrity surely no way out now, as he does get pushed by the cogs and taken out. In fact, they've even got the coil out onto the Broodmother. Mizu getting caught, surely no way out himself, and it doesn't seem like it. KP is gonna take a double kill on the Marcy. And for Savage, John, I mean, they broke the smoke, they kind of hesitated with the blink, and it was just too easy for him to get the BKB reaction off. So now he may have kind of screwed up Savage. Too easy for In Your Dream this time.
Yeah, probably not expecting them to come back around. No wards dropped behind. Just playing a little bit too forward in the wave and does get punished. They do manage to find him at tier 1. Does still feel like good trades coming out for Talon overall. They might get punished a bit here.
They may. Joe Cam gets stunned up with the Inkswell. Makoto making to jump in with the double damage rune and the Doom. Joe Camp is going to drop. Yeah, this time around, they might just not bother. Rocket Flare's going to give the vision. We'll see how fast they want to react. Roshan is still going down very quickly here to In Your Dream as Talon try to make their way over. So Orb will continue to give some vision information over, but they better make the hook shot in. There it is, but it's blocked off. Who got it? Alacrity is the one to block by Makoto. He's jumped in and snatched the Aegis away from NGXC. They've got nothing. They'll try to force the fight anyway. KP's out of there though. Savage, he'll keep the fight going, but might drop. And he does. So they find 2 for their trouble. They are forced to buy back on the Doom. Even going into a Lotus after that, but they are going to go for a smoke this time. Aegis timing still available on Makoto. 1.5 minutes on that Aegis. Or Region Rune even going to be found out here. Mizu needs to back off, but KP, a very nice disposed back as Alacrity. Going to try and make the jump in, but the Soulbind going to hold him down. Hyde looking for a bit more as Alacrity's just being completely ignored, but now they'll turn onto him without the BKB. Even In Your Dream showing up, but can he take the fight? He's going to man fight Savage. Savage, he'll stand his ground and keep going. In Your Dream, completely surrounded. A nice Fiend grip on the KP, but now In Your Dream's in trouble. The Terrorblade being saved by the Nightmare, but needs a Sunder. He'll commit it onto Mizu as they do take down KP. Onto Makoto they go. They want a bit more. They might just find Hyde instead. Oh, the Sunder just coming in right in the nick of time. Triple kill out for In Your Dream. And a 4-hero wipe on the side of Talon. It's kind of hard to take Roshan without taking a fight here for Talon because you're always going to have the Spiderlings to give vision. NGXC, they do sit back in the dire jungle for now, but they make it run right into as Makoto is going to see In Your Dream. Rocket Flare going to give the vision Makoto. He makes the jump in. He wants to do him first, but he doesn't make the Dream Coil committed. In fact, now he gets stunned up. Alacrity, he finds the puck. KP, too far into the backside. Now needs to BKB TP up, but he's not going to make it either. The only thing they found is Boom Boy on the Bane.
So not going to be able to counteract this one. Great moves out from NGX. Instant stunts out onto Mikado. Boom Boy, but you're not able to find him just yet. Could be punished if he does go for this creep wave, though.
Joe Cam is actually chasing In Your Savage down. Joe Cam, nice stun out. Does break the Lincolns. It does commit the Doom now. Savage in big, big trouble. Alacrity going to show up, and now a hook shot. Hyde going to try and save with the cogs. It's going to lock him in anyway. He couldn't find a way to get the cogs pushback going. Instead, Hyde will be forced to TP away, but before taking that top racks, they aren't going to risk it.
You can just see how much damage Q does. Goes for the Inkswell play on his Dark Portrait of the Terrorblade. Gets a good amount of damage, forcing the Sunder out, forcing a lot out as the Aegis was expiring on In Your Dream. Talon,
yeah, jump in. They've got the Spider, rather the Brood in control here as In Your Dream going to try and force the fight. Does make the jump in. Alacrity still fighting back. Now Savage might need to run back and does do so. As Hyde may have been left behind, but he'll pop the jet lag and make a run for it. They come in again. Savage going to try and force the fight. Savage! Oh, what was the idea there? Whatever it was, John, it wasn't going to work.
get a good jump in on the puck. Already has the Octarine as well for more uptime. KP, he's just kind of been stuck at this Basher, still trying to go into the Lincolns for some protection. Does get spotted though.
He does. Joe Cam, immediate jump in with the Doom. Is Alacrity going to try and follow up, but needs to land that stun. Still, Joe Cam is getting plenty of damage off. Even a Fey Grenade out. Oh, come on, look at this. The Spiderlings. They weren't even being micro, John. They just get in the way of KP.
He's possibly looking for the end game now. Tell him backs against the wall here. Going to be a tough hold. NGX, everything on hand to...
So bot lane, it is open. No tier 3 tower. He's going to be there to defend, though we did see INYOURDREAM having a lot of problems trying to push high ground. Alacrity has popped that Black Dragon form once again, and they are going to try to move in. They do lose all their Spiderlings here, but Alacrity, nice Dragon Tail initiation onto Hyde, but there's your disposed back. Fiend's Grip is holding down KP, though. They're going to lose the Marcy, but he does have buyback available, just not committing it yet. With the Soulbind, though, they might get the Aegis on INYOURDREAM. At least the first lap as the hook shot is there. He's still not dead, but does finally go down. And here come the buybacks. They want that secondary life. They found the Broodmother onto INYOURDREAM. They go, but the 4 staffs away is there from Boom Boy. Still Makoto going to jump right back in, wanting the team fight. INYOURDREAM will pop the Terror Wave, trying to force the fight out with the Metamorphosis. They might have Hyde with a dieback on the Clockwork. He'll go for the Cogs pushback, but it's not going to be enough. Nice pick up there from NGXC. Still Talon are trying to force a bit more. Trying to punish INYOURDREAM, but now with the real Metamorphosis, she does pop it. Last time was a Terror Wave. Makoto gonna back out, but there's another soul bind out from our Grinchbroker because Savage is gonna go for the link out, but he's been caught out with the Doom. He's just a sitting duck. They will just get right to work, but all the damage has been sapped away from In Your Dream. He can't keep the fight going. In fact, now he's in big danger. He sunders, but he's the same HP. He's the same HP as before. And I suppose Talon, they have found a way to defend.
Like Fear said last time on panel when he was on, he did say that as well. It's like, all right, we lost the high ground push. We just wait for next Roshan, I guess, because we lost with Aegis. So we're going to need Aegis for high ground. And that's a lot of time for NGX to wait here.
No, they've got the Doom. Jokam is going to drop. Now Boom Boy trying to defend the racks, but he could be in danger. Savage will not chase too much further as the Glimmer Cape is going to save the Bane under the Bane, but he's right back out. No stress, they just want one lane of barracks and they want to get out of there. Nice juke out from Alacrity. Inkswell, or rather Dark Portrait, is taken off the Dragon as Boom Boy has to feed script it just to get away. But they do get the mid-racks.
Look at Talon, they're stepping forward. They're not stuck in their base anymore. They've got some map control to play with. They've got some pressure to show on the map. NGX do go for a smoke play. Might catch someone off guard if they're not careful here on Talon's end.
NGXC gonna rotate around. Try to find that initiation as Doom is out. Jokam, he's caught KP again, but he's got the Wind Waker to survive through this. Is Savage is gonna make the move in. Alacrity in a bit of trouble. In Your Dream, the Cogs is blocking his way, but he's gonna make his way over now onto Makoto. They've got the puck doomed up. It's a great time here for NGXC as they'll find the puck at least once, but Makoto is gonna buy back. He wants to keep the team fight going towards the left side. Mizu could be in a spot of danger now as the Dream Coil is going to be committed, and Makoto is going to get the rapid fire going, but Hyde is going to drop. So In Your Dream, they'll find another. Makoto still trying to force the fight, but they can't keep it going. NGXC, they'll take the team fight successfully this time, and it was all off the back of Jokam.
I think they're still going to be pretty confident in trying to hold high ground once more. So they should be able to try to make it work. Refresh shard up on In Your Dream. And they're not finding it. And they don't have access to their own jungle. They do at least have force boots that no one wants to pick up. I think Nikado's pretty satisfied with Spell Prism on hand for more CDR. They do catch out Hyde here.
They do. Hyde is going to get caught out on the clockwork and is going to drop. Another nice kill for NGXC. Slip is going to be forced down, and again, they just continue to chip away at the creep wave. As In Your Dream is getting a little bit lower, but does pop his own BKB. Even if he does have the Aegis up, he doesn't want to risk anything. It's just very, very hard. We've got all these Spiderlings just rushing in constantly, and Mizu being a real pain, just constantly pushing in different lanes. See those Spiderlings go down towards the bottom side, and plus KP can't really protect them. Into the mid lane they go though. Savage has been caught out on the Razor, and he's going to drop immediately perhaps. Fiend's Grip is there, or rather, the Wind Waker is there, and he's going to be able to survive. NGXC, they'll keep going. In Your Dream, BKB wearing out means the Dream Call is going to be thrown out, but the Sunder is there by In Your Dream as he does refresh once again. Into the mid-racks they go. Doom committed. Jokam, he's found a couple. They'll Doom up KP on the Marcy. The Clockwork even dropping. Savage, he's going to try and force the fight, but who do you fight right now? He'll try out to Mizu. Just try running in circles and sapping away all the damage. Is In Your Dream. Still BKB up, and now the Fallen Sky connecting on absolutely everybody from the DK. He landed on all 5 heroes. They've got to run. They can't fight this. Oh, this game is looking so over. NGXC looking to take game number 2. Is In Your Dream. Forced the BKB up once again. Back his way out. Makoto may have gone too far, but not quite. Soulbind will be there as KP tries to make the jump in, but gets nothing for his trouble. Jokam is going to drop. They'll try to abuse the Dark Portrait. Alacrity wants to back off, but so does In Your Dream. They want everyone out at the same time, but KP continues the chase on to at least the Broodmother. Mizu's gonna drop. Alacrity in big trouble now. They got Boom Boy. In Your Dream, he's been caught out and bashed by KP, but can they get him? The TB dropping low, but not quite low enough yet. Still Savage does make the jump in again, but there's your hook shot. They've got In Your Dream. The Razor does manage to pick off In Your Dream's TB, but can they keep it going? Their base is under attack right now. There are creeps incoming, but they'll go on to Jokam and the DK. They'll want everything they can get. Jokam about to drop, does do so, as now they can go on to Alacrity, take down the Dragon Knight. There's no buybacks. Oh, All right, Jonathan, we've got a problem here for NGXC. There's only 2 heroes with buyback. Hyde, make the jump in. They could go for tier 4 towers. I think they're going to try for this, John. You've got in your dreams buyback. He might have to commit it right here, right now, and will do so. But it's a 2v5 situation.
Oh my God.
Oh boy, NGXC, it can't happen like this, man. It's just not fair. It's just not fair. Savage, he'll get to work in your dream. Gonna pop his BKB and Terror Wave early. They'll try to force the fight onto Hyde, onto the clockwork. They'll try for something but Hyde. He's fine. He'll jetpack out of there. Boom boy, he has brought back their caught Makoto. It's a great pick off. They'll catch the puck. They'll protect the Ancient. And Talon, they will not be able to finish this game off quite yet.
Mikado back in. He managed to hold onto his buyback, which he still has gold for as well. And they can actually look to fight back against these objectives here.
Jump in, Jocam. He's going to find Hyde. That'll be a clockwork gone immediately. KP, he tried to make the jump in himself, but that's going to be Hyde down for 2 minutes. A massive opening now for NGXC.
And that should give him more options to counterfight here. Full complement of every item once more on the side of NGX. Refresh up for In Your Dream.
Still 2 tier 5 items missing here for Talon, by the way, John. They've still got scaling to do here.
Yeah.
Do people just not care about tier 5 items? Like, is it just they're not good enough, I guess?
I think it's more that Hyde was trying to farm it for the team, and that's why he died. He's the one clearing out creep waves. Savage is a bit far forward here, though.
He is, but they're going to jump in. Unleash has been committed. They'd love In Your Dream. Makoto, KP, making the jump in, but they won't commit all the way. But they'll get the BKB out as a soul bind. Is going to be committed onto the DK In Your Dream, and now the side the Vice is out In Your Dream. He's dropping way too low. Trying to back out of it, but he might be going down, and he is. Luckily, he does have buyback, though. There's Midrax. Oh, the Ancient Mizu. He's going to get the job done, surely. The Spinelings are onto it. Aeon just proc. Mizu's had enough. Surely they've got it. He needs a few more clicks, Mizu. Has he tried a bit too early?
No.
It does seem like he has. He's going to drop to boot. Buyback's committed. They might just have to rush the Ancient, John. Savage, he's in trouble. This might be the opening for NGXC. They do get a kill off onto Savage, but he'll commit his buyback immediately. Surely they just go Ancient.
They've got to. Dream coil down for a bit longer.
Q setting up again. They jump in though. Alacrity. He's onto the Ancient once again. The Savage is staticking away. The Ancient dropping too low.
Oh my God.
It's all over. They tried. They tried to make it work, Talon. A very long game coming out. NGXC, they're so happy. I would be too, John, if I was stuck in a game that long. I would be very, very happy as they make the jump in for the Ancient. They just had enough of the game. And
game number 3, NGX having a bit of a back and forth in the last one. Talon holding on for a long time, but they've got the Darkseer out. This is something that excites me. It excited the panel a little bit with Gods and Chief and Nat. Mizu Darkseer is a sight to behold. This is one of his specialties on the off lane. First Blood did go the way of NGX already, finding a nice kill onto Hyde and just kind of preventing NGX from just snowballing off that strong off lane here.
Yeah, do you feel like they have the answer to this, Dusa? Because right now I'm looking at this and it feels like Dusa is just getting absolutely everything she wants, potentially even kills here as Q comes in. They're looking for the kill on Mizu's Darkseer, and this is one thing Clockwork's so good at. Locks the Darkseer in, finds another kill. This Dusa's just getting everything in this safe lane.
Looking for the angle. They've got that Doom still waiting on Jocam, but they aren't able to find anyone. Side of Talon playing a bit safe. KP is a bit forward here, clearing out the camps, and could be the target.
There's the blink reveal on the Dragon Knight. They're going on KP. Have they got the damage for this? He's got Spirit Siphon, 3 Hero Silence as well. He's going to life drain his way back up, and with a TP out, they have got a vacuum. I think Doom for a second they thought he was going to have to ulti, but Mizu was ready with a vacuum. They get the kill, but
I suppose once that's up, you feel really good initiating with your DK with a blink combination on hand, with a surge to kind of keep up, and with just how tanky a DK gets with that Iron Shell plus HP. Alacrity does find a good target here. Again onto Hyde.
Hyde once again off on his own, doing some Warden once again, I guess. You know, the first time we didn't see how it started. This time we kind of got a better idea of him just wandering into this enemy jungle. But when you've got 4 other heroes farming on the map as a 5, you know, quote unquote space created for Hyde there.
And pretty much Mikado.
Yeah, he's almost solo killing Boom Boom. The Ancient damage coming in as well. Is he going to go for this one? Nope. Blink Dragon Tail Alacrity. He may be got enough damage to get this kill. Makoto, big mistake in the enemy Ancients by himself, and he feeds away a kill.
That's pretty much it. The counter doesn't present itself, and there are a lot of ways to scout. You've got Clockwork with a flare. They're going for the smoke out here in Talon, though.
Can they find here? 5-man smoke out. They want to try bypass some of those wards. We're just seeing they found the Dragon Knight with the Searing Chain setup. They get the hookshot follow-up, and Alacrity doesn't have any kind of a BKB yet, so he gets brought down with ease. Nice 5-man smoke.
Yeah, and they're hitting that tempo here, Parker. And you mentioned it. The Medusa, even with just a couple of items, does feel like a massive issue. Inside of NGX, they're still kind of playing this farm game. Still building up in the monkey. They have handy Ags on Mizu, but they need that blink online on him as well. They do at least have Jokam's blink, and they could have a good angle here.
Yep. Jungle KP playing aggressive here. They found Jokam, but then Boundless Strike will cancel the grip here, and the DK now in the front lines with an Iron Shell on, but he's just not tanky enough to fight through the Spirit Siphons. This is without the Exorcism. They're just dropping like flies here. The Wukong's command gets evaded. Talon just choosing to fight on the outskirts of it, and now they've stopped the TP of Mizu. Darkseer going to be a third casualty as this fight just falls apart for Enigma, Galaxy, and Talon. Going to be feeling really happy with that outcome.
Better as well, and tried to play with a Vac Wall combo into Wukong's, but until that point, it feels like you're going to be looking more for skirmishes here on NGX, if any at all.
Yeah. I'm more surprised looking up that's only a 3k gold lead. It feels like more as they found the target up top, Dragon Tail into a Doom. Mikoto. This one less of a mistake than his previous death, but there's going to be a counter kill on the other side of the map. This one just to support though. But a nice little setup at top. The stun initiation to a Doom. That's the big kill, getting Mikoto there. Now we're going to see, you know, all this defensive itemizations. Medusa had the Lincoln queue up. Ember finished the Lincoln, so you can't really make that Dragon Tail into Doom play as easily. And then we had Death Prophet, who had, I believe, a Lotus Orb queued up. So they're going for all these single target defensive items as Jokam gets jumped in the jungle. He went for the Doom, but he didn't know about the Lincoln, so not that I think he was going to get that kill anyways, but Doom gets blocked there by the Lincolns in.
Their high ground's still pretty good. They've still got the threat of Vac Wall on such a confined area. But even with such a tight confined area, Medusa hits from a mile away. So catching more than Savage is going to be a bit tricky. They won't go for it.
Yep, they pull it back in with the vacuum here, but KP charges forward with the BKB. He's got the Exorcism going with the Spirit Siphon. He's doing so much damage to the Darkseer. Darkseer's going to melt to start off this fight. No buyback available. Doom respawning soon, but without a Doom. And Deuce just going to use the Stone Gates to getting brought down low. Mikoto even willing to kind of poke at it on the front lines here. That's just how confident Talon feel. Commit everything, take themselves a melee racks, and they back off. They're drawing lines towards the Roshan pit.
They do have wards watching outside their base, which could allow them to get a stronger defensive fight and catch the side of Talon off guard.
Some initial Medusa illusions, but 23SAVAGE and KP just going to put themselves on the high ground with Exorcism and Medusa right clicks. They're challenging NIGMA Galaxy C to do something to defend this, and there's just nothing they can do. They're just watching their base die, and it's hard to blame them too much. They're going to go in with the vacuum wall. The Doom tries to follow it up, but he immediately gets swept up and controlled. He's getting gripped now as well. Hyde's just sitting in invis while he grips the Doom, doesn't let him get it off. He does have buyback here, as does the Darkseer, so they all look to come back in, and with the Wukong plus wall, the circle with a line through it. So you can't blame them for going for the Ember there, but not getting the kill is going to be very, very costly.
Yeah, I mean, now you're down Doom, you're still down the wall. You do have Wukong's ready, and the wall will be up relatively shortly, so you've got some play. Savage.
Darkseer blinks in with a punch. You get Savage low. He's going to at least die once, it looks like. They should have the damage here, but the hookshot coming out of the backline's Q has found Boombell, and he's just going to drop like a little squishy Pugna. Medusa is back with full health and mana, and the BKB, there's just nothing to deal with her on her second life here. Boombell's bought back on the Pugna, trying to keep his DK alive, but it's just too little too late as 23SAVAGE pushes them all back to the fountain. Talon may even go for the tier 4s here. They don't have Aegis, but 2 heroes dead without buyback for 30+ seconds. This may just be game.
Yeah. There's no threat of Doom, no threat of Wukong, so whoa.
Hook shot.
Oh, Q.
Cogs keeps him outside the base. He can't pull stuff back in. He tries to, but the Cogs wall locking them out of the fountain. And it's absolutely brutal. NIGMA Galaxy being hunted in their own base, in their own fountain. GG is called, and Game 3 convincingly goes Talon's way. This looked like a breeze for them.
It certainly did. NGX, they came up with this idea of Darkseer Doom offlane. It feels like it could be aggressive. You know, that's a comfort pick for Mizu.